whether you're talking about fashion design, whether you're talking about filming, whether you're talking about, 3D or mobile applications. It's really, really coming up.
We have been seeing that the creative industry is one of the most rapidly growing industry in the world economy.
If one looks historically in Oman, back to the Stone Age, the Cave Age, you've got art, you've got contemporary culture, you have a whole history of different arts and crafts and culture that's been developing over the millennium.
5 years ago, I would say it wasn't that obvious in the market, the talents that we have now. Now we have been seeing a lot of young Omanis with very good potential, being business owners in creative industry. They have ideas, they are exposed, they have gone out, studied, and they came back with a lot of ideas.
I mean, I've always been excited by Muscat, by Oman. As an architect, as a designer, the landscape, the topography, the coast, the mountains, the desert, Salalah, we've got so much variety, and this variety is expressed through the people, through the heritage, through the skills.
We've done all sorts of work over our 10 years here in Oman. We actually started out as primarily a computer animation company, and during our first few years we were honoured to have received a nomination for an Emmy Award for some of the work we did with National Geographic.
Beit el-Zubair is a museum and cultural centre that opened in 1998 in Muscat. And since then we've been growing year on and year on, and we probably now have well over 80,000 visitors a year coming to the museum. The role of Beit el-Zubair is developing. It's working much more with the younger generation of Omani artists to support their creativity and enable them to showcase their creativity to Omanis and the international populations that visit the country.
And I think also Oman has stories that it can contribute back to the world. There's a lot of talk about things being of international standards and us looking outwards to bring things in. Whereas I believe actually Oman actually has a culture and society has a lot to share with the world and for other people to benefit from. So I think a lot of that's what actually excites me about filmmaking and storytelling in general.
The media and the customers would come to us and be like, we get to see Oman through your fashion, through your collection, which is a great pride to us.
I think when we look at the talent pool, we have a lot of young, talented people, especially in the creative industries. It's unbelievable.
Oman is having a very strategic location. It is just between the east and west, and that is the beauty of the thing. So being in the center really helps us in terms of movement to the exhibitions, to see other markets, also in our dealings with the manufacturers.
A lot of our products are now starting to travel overseas, so there's just been a natural kind of growth in demand for media.
We are in the process of preparing ourselves to be able to facilitate a large export to the region. So, and we know it can be taken care of pretty easy when it comes to our location and the accessibility that we have to the rest of the world.
The creative sector in Oman creates new wealth, creates new jobs, creates new opportunities, not only for Omanis in Oman, but also to promote Oman across the Gulf, across the GCC, and also to a much broader audience in Europe and the Americas.